सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। So in Shloka 138, we saw how the Guru told the Shishya that Sakshad Vidhi, Swamatmanam Sakshad Buddhi Prasadat Sakshad Vidhi. Know your own nature, Swarupa. Directly you can know without any tools. Once you know that you are not the Anatma, when you remove that association, what remains is Shuddha Chaitanya, which you are, and that is clearly Anubhava Siddha. Once you can settle down in it, you can hold on to it. Holding on is not actually holding on to something which will ever go away. Holding on is not letting yourself getting into something else and as though becoming someone else or something else that you are not someone else, something else, because everything other than your own Swarupa is Jada. You make it appear as though sentient and as though existent by your mere presence. So Buddhi Prasadat Vidhi, and thereby what? Cross over the Samsara Sagara. And Pratara, Prakarshanathara, not cross over as in just like you do some other activity. It is crossing over the Samsara is that in such a manner that it never comes back. Not any gati being involved in that kind of mukti, sadhyo mukti. So Acharya said in the end, he said sadhyo mukti, that is sadhyo mukti. Earlier he had mentioned that is the meaning here. Then the next shloka is introduced by saying etavata granthena asti kaschit swayam nityam ityarabhya ekadashaभिः श्लोकैः परमः क आत्मा इत्यस्य प्रश्नस्य उत्तरम् उक्त्वा को नाम बन्ध इति शिष्यस्य प्रथम प्रश्नस्य उत्तरम् आह अत्र अनात्मनि इत्यादिना. So what is being said is etavata granthena, up to this point of the shlok in the text, up to the last shloka, asti kaschit swayam nityam ityarabhya. So there is shloka 127. So 127 to 138, through these 11 shlokas, what has been said is asti kaschit swayam nityam. There is a certain vastu, kaschit, vastu as in vasati iti vastu, that which exists, that which remains is vastu. Even after everything goes, what remains is vastu. That is really what vastu is. Although in Laukika Prayoga we say everything as vastu, but those vastus have they are called vastu by extension, by borrowing satta. And up to this shloka, iti arabhya ekadashabhihi shlokai, through these 11 shlokas, paramaka atma, Shishya had asked, who is this Paramatma, or Paramak Atma ka Paramatma? Ityasya prashnasya uttaram uktva. Having given the answer to those questions, that question, then next he has asked a series of questions in a shloka or two. What is being answered now next is that ko nama bandha. What is this bondage now? You had explained what is anatma, you have explained what is atma. Now you tell me what is this bandha, because now you are saying that Paramatma is Shuddha Chaitanya, and you have told me anything else other than Paramatma is Anatma. Now please tell me what is this bandha, how can there be bandha? So in Anatma, Maya was explained. because to explain anatma, how did it come about to be, as in what is this creation, and what all components are involved, what are the three gunas, all those were discussed. Now how does this bondage come out to be for this atma, that is being elaborated. And of course there will be an overlap, because in anatma prakriya there has been an explanation of maya, avidya, and the shaktis. So here through the next two shlokas, iti shishyasya prathama prashnasya uttaram aha atra anatmani ityadina dvabhyam. Through these next two shlokas, 139 and 140, 139 and 140, the answer to the question what is bondage is being given. अत्रानात्मन्यहमिति मतिः बन्ध एषोऽस्य पुंसः प्राप्तो ज्ञानात् जननमरणक्लेशसम्पातहेतुः येनैवायं वपुरिदमसत् सत्यमित्यात्मबुद्ध्या पुष्यत् उक्ष्यत्यवती विषयैस्तन्तुभिः कोशकृद्वत्. अत्र अनात्मनि अहमिति मतिः बन्धः. एषः मतिः itself is esha bandha. Asya pumsa, for this puman, pumsa is shashti ekvachana. For this puman as in who you think that you are a person, for this person that you think you are, for that person, even for purusha as in purnat purusha, for that individualized purusha now who was not individualized earlier. So that how does he become individualized? Atra anatmani, in this sharira which has been taught earlier as to be created, put together, in that anatma ahamiti mati, that nitya shuddha mukta swabhava atma paramatma, that atma having an association with it, with tadatmya sambandha, that I am this. When that mati comes in, that erroneous thinking comes in, that thinking itself is bondage. There is no separate bondage as in, oh, I have been thrown into this samsara sagara, how do I swim? All that is figurative. What is really happening is that I have myself associated with anatma as atma. That is bandha for me. So for any puman, for pumsaha, for atma, so you can take pumsa is atma there, for a puman, for atmanaha, asya atmanaha or asya pumsaha, eshaha, because bandha is pullinga, therefore esha bandha, otherwise mati is strilinga. Atra anatmani ahamiti matihi sahaya bandha, sa matihi esha bandha. So, and how is it praptaha, and what is prapta? So he says ajnanat, that is hetu. Ajnanas meaning due to avidya, anadi avidya, all that was said, maya. So ajnanat janana marana klesha sampata hetuhu praptaha. And what is this matihi bandha means what? That bondage is something which is prapta. Bandha prapta, it is attained. How is it attained? Ajnanat, due to ajnana. So the question is, what is bandha? Bandha is ahamiti matihi. Anatmani atmanaha anatmani ahamiti matihi bandha. And how is it attained now? If you ask, bandha ajnanat praptaha. Bandha ajnanat praptaha. And what is that? So okay, praptaha. So what? Ajnana has come. Now bondage you are saying, but you are explaining bondage is matihi. Okay, I don't have an issue with that thinking. Let's say I think that there is this bondage definition you are giving, that matihi, anatmani matihi, ahamiti matihi. So what I think that I am this person, I am this individual. What is wrong with that? What is wrong is janana marana klesha sampata hetuhu. It is the cause. Once you have that matihi, that bondage, how is it bondage? The bondage is because it is, once you attain that bandha, then it becomes a hetu for janana marana klesha sampata hetu. So you have not been thrown into samsara sagara. That matihi is the bondage. If you don't give up that matihi, erroneous understanding, then that will be the karana, that will be hetu for what? Janana marana klesha sampata. For one's being not thrown, actually, one is continuing anadi kalena. So for janana is janma, marana, klesha, all the dukkha. So for that, it is the cause. It is the cause to create these kind of effects, because there is a karya karana sambandha between these. Once, so hetu hetumat bhava, rather not karya karana, hetu hetumat bhava. Once it is attained, ajnanad bandha prapta, and that is the cause for samsara. Yena eva ayam vapuhu idam asat satyam iti atma buddhya pushyati. And what is that janana marana klesha sampata hetu? What happens due to that? Once janma is there, janma meaning association with this body, anatmani. So janana itself, it is the cause for continuance of this body or another body or another body, yet another. Whatever kind of bodies one has accumulated due to prarabdha, due to karma, that fructifies into prarabdha, and one gets this sharira, that is janma. Now due to this, what will happen? Again sequence continues. Yena eva ayam purusha, this puman, what does he do now? Ayam vapuhu idam vapuhu, ayam purusha idam vapuhu asat vapuhu, idam asat vapuhu. Asat means mithya, this is not really existent, this anatma sharira. That vapuhu, idam vapuhu, which you can point out, drigdrishe vivekena drishtaha. It is not drashta, it is drishyam. So which is seen, drishtam, that which is drishyam or drishtam. What is that? Idam vapuhu, this is this body that I have gotten now, and with which I have tadatmya sambandha. What happens? Because I have tadatmya sambandha, I want to do good unto myself. Always everyone wants something good for oneself, one wants happiness. So I am this body, and how will this body be happy now? Body has to be taken care of. Therefore yena eva ayam puman idam vapuhu asatapi, asat vapuhu satyam iti atma buddhya, considering it to be really existent. He considers it to be really existent, and then pushyati, he nourishes it. Pushyati. Then what else does he do? Not only that, then does alankara ityadi. So everything will walk in here, but pushyati, nourishes it, and then he has to wash it regularly, bathing the sharira. So we say that I am going for a bath. Really Atma needs no bath, but that reflexive Atma, where tadatmya sambandha in the sharira, that sharira needs bath. Therefore ukshati, he sprinkles water on it, and then prokshana ityadi, in puja also he does that. It is for the sharira, not for the Atma. Pushyati, ukshati, avati. Avati is rakshati, protects it. I don't want to be hurt, meaning what? I don't want the body to be hurt. I don't want any emotional hurting. I don't want anyone to invade my space. All these are what? Protection of the anatma. Atma is not being protected, but Atma, that reflexive Atma, wherever I have tadatmya sambandha, that needs all of this. Now vishayahi, and how do I do it? What is this? What is the tool for me? With water. Water is a vishaya. Pushyati, with food, with all sorts of, whatever my doctor tells me, you eat this, I eat whatever is good for me, thereby I nourish my body. Pushyati vishayaihi pushyati, vishayaihi pushyati, vishayaihi ukshati, vishayaihi avati. For protection also I need particular kind of clothing, I need all this lotion, lepa, all that is needed. Vishayaihi, through those vishayas. And vishayas meaning what? All which are cognizable through the five sense organs. Rupa rasa, all these. So shabda sparsha, rupa rasa gandha. Rupa rasa gandha are murta, and amurta, as in amurta in the sense in what was discussed earlier. Then they when grossified, they also become murta when grossified. So vishay, because there is no shuddha vayu, there is no shuddha shabda, but once they are grossified, when they are mixed with others, grossification I can cognize them. So vishayaihi pushyati ukshati avati. How? Please give me an example. He says tantuvihi koshakridvat, and through that this is just two words, koshakridvat tantuvihi. Tantuvihi pushyati ukshati avati koshakridvat. Koshakrid is it's a silkworm. A silkworm. So silkworm with this tantu, as in this silk threads, it starts building a fencing around itself. It covers its body. It nourishes itself. It brings about something. It nourishes itself, and then it starts cleaning itself, and then covers itself up with this, with the tantu. Tantu is the silk threads, or what becomes silk thread later, but it covers itself. Now, by saying that, not only the example has been given for like what do I nourish my body considering it as myself, but through that example something else has been told. What happens to the silkworm finally? Silk has a lot of demand. So there are in pujas there are silk is used, silk sarees, all these are what? Expensive stuff. Very kingly behavior, you need a lot of silk. For that, you cannot separate the silkworm out from the silk. It's kosha. Kosha is the sheath that it builds up. That is the silk. And the silkworm is completely stuck inside. It suffocates and dies. It is thrown into boiling water to get that silk out. So, if you look at it, the koshakrit is one who makes kosha, the sheath. It makes the covering. That silkworm, due to making that silk covering itself, has killed itself. So that koshakrit, the silkworm, is the cause for its own death. Similarly is the case of this purusha who associates oneself with this sharira which has janma, thereby marana is prapta. And this janana marana, all these two vikaras, end-to-end vikaras are prapta, thereby all the other four are also included, and shad vikaras are prapta. So you cannot do away with klesha, all that, the kleshas which are dukkha rupa. This is the idea in this shloka. There is a long take on this which says, Atra purvokta ritya vastutah paramatmana eva swaswarupatve api ajnanat anadi siddha avidyavashat praptah asya pumsah anatmani dehado ahamiti matihi aham manushya aham क्षुत्पिपासादिमान इच्छामि करोमि भुंजे इत्याद्याः या मतिः एषः बन्धः इति अन्वयः. This matihi is bandha. What is this mati? Atra purvoktra ritya vastutah paramatmana eva swaswarupatve api. Even if one is of the nature of Paramatma, in reality, vastutah, in reality, how purvokta ritya, the way it has been explained earlier, in the earlier shlokas, that you are Shuddha Chaitanya Swarupa, Shuddha Bodha Swabhava. Now he says what? So Shuddha Bodha Swabhava was said in the 137 shloka, and Prakriti Vikruti Bhinna, still what? That Matihi, what Mati? Ajnana, due to that Ajnana. And what Ajnana? Anadi Siddha Avidya Vashat. Ajnana means that which has been existent since, existent as in that which has been there. Not existent as in really existent, but that which has been there, it has not come about to be. It is not a karya. Anadi, avidya is anadi, ajnana is anadi, it is not a karya. I may have explained this earlier, but please remember this. Anadi, if it is not anadi, if it is a karya, then moksha will be an impossibility. Because if jnana can remove ajnana, and ajnana has come about to be due to a reason or without any reason, it has been created, then what stops it from coming back again? So even if one gets moksha by jnana prapti, ajnana may come back again. There is no reason for it to not come back. But by calling it anadi, it has to be anadi because moksha is possible. What kind of moksha? Nitya moksha, sadhya mukti is possible. If sadhya mukti is possible, as Shruti says, and it is Anubhav Siddha for many of the gurus in the tradition, then it is but obvious that ajnana is gone. And if ajnana is gone, then that ajnana which has gone never had a beginning. Because if it had a beginning, not only will it not allow moksha to be permanent, but before that ajnana kala, before ajnana came into being, there was jnana. So jnana can go, and therefore moksha will be impermanent, and that Shruti denies. Moksha is permanent. Otherwise, no one wants impermanent moksha. Nobody is struggling to get moksha which will come and go. Agantuka nobody wants. So here it is ajnana is anadi siddha. Anadi siddha avidya vashat. Siddha is due to this logic. It is obvious that it is anadi. Anadi siddha or existent, since it has been there since beginningless time. Whenever we were there, this avidya has definitely been there. Under the influence of that ajnana, due to that hetu, what happens? Praptaha. What is attained? Bandha. Asya pumsa. For whom? For this puman. Anatmani dehado aham iti matihi. And what is that aham iti matihi? Aham manushyaha. Aham shutpipasadiman. I am a person, and with this body mind sense complex, therefore I have hunger, I have thirst, and ichhami, I desire, karomi, I do some things, bhunje, I eat or not necessarily eat, because Kshutpipasa covers that. So bhunje is I enjoy, experience many other things other than food and drinks. Ityadya yamatihi, and many such yamatihi, that mati itself with vidhe pradhanyena pullinga esha bandha iti anvaya. Tatra hetu ajnanat prapta iti, and he has mentioned all this. If it is not clear, he repeats that tatra hetu ajnanat prapta, that is the hetu ajnana. Brahma samanyasya doshajanyatvat sharirado atmatva brahme swarupa jnanam eva doshatvena api karanam iti bhavaha. So Brahma samanyasya doshajanyatvat, if you have Brahma, which has been said that this sharira, association with sharira is due to ajnana, and Brahma samanyasya doshajanyatvat, since Brahma is possible only with defect. Why do we Dvichandra? If a person sees two Chandras, that is because he is squint-eyed, something is faulty in his eye. So therefore doshajanyatvat, Brahma is always due to some defect. Delusion is due to some defect that has taken defect which has is there in a particular instrument. And with that example is sharirado atmatva brahme. Similarly, just like in an example of Dvichandra, the eye is faulty, but there are no two Chandras. But the person who sees, he experiences Anubhava Siddha for him. He says, I am seeing two Chandras. How can you say they are not there? Today maybe there are two moons. I don't know. I don't understand science behind it, but there are two moons. Suddenly he has developed something, some fault in his eye, some disease. So there is a pressure in his eye, some disease is there. Like that example, sharirado atmatva brahme, in the exemplified, the brahma of atmatva bhava in this sharira, which is put together. Something which is put together is not I. I cannot be put together, and that example was can be seen in Gita also. Or here also it has been said that just like a child grows up to be a old person, grows up, is sharira is changing, but sharira is born and is dying every moment. The cells are dying and then new ones are being born, and that assemblage we call as sharira. But I have this pratyabhijna that I am the same person throughout my life. I have been same, at least I don't have memory of the earlier life, but throughout this life, that since at least I was 5 years old, I know that I have been the same person. Due to that, atmatva brahma is there in this sharira, and swarupa ajnanam eva doshatvena api karanam iti bhava. Since I have this brahma, some defect is there, and that defect is what? Doshatvena karanam kim? Swarupa ajnanam, that I do not know my own swarupa, own nature. Therefore it is it is not a single thing that there is an absence of understanding of nature. So Swarupa Ajnanam is not lack of jnana of Swarupa. It is twofold. It is not only thinking myself as not thinking myself as Shuddha Atma, which is Shuddha Bodha Swarupa or Shuddha Bodha Swabhava, but thinking myself as something else. It is a twofold effect. So Ajnana is that Nanj there is Viruddharte. It is Viruddharte Nanj. I consider myself as something that I am not. That is Ajnana. That is Swarupa Ajnana. So Swarupa Ajnana is in not knowing one's own nature and considering myself as something that I am not. That is Swarupa Ajnanam, and that itself is Doshatvena Karanam. Iti bhavaha. Atra pratyakshe dehadau anatmani iti api artha. And atra is, what is that? Atra, he started that sentence with pratyaksha, which is also pratyaksha. So I need not tell you this atra anatmani. That may not be seen clearly, but pratyakshe dehadau anatmani ityar. Pratyaksha, it is seen, you can see. It is drishya. And we don't extend the logic that whatever is seen is not me. Why? Because the table is not me. It is seen, it is not me. Similarly, anakha paryantam shariram drishtam. It is seen, cannot be me. I experience these emotions. I am observing these emotions come and go. Krodha is coming. I see that happiness is, I was happy, I was angry, but anger was coming. It can be seen, and therefore atra shariradav is that dehadav anatmani ityapi artha. Sankhyaadi mate mulajnana anangikarena bandha moksha vyavastha eva anupapanna iti bhavaha. Anupapanna iti jneyam. What should be known here? That in Sankhya ityadi, who do not accept ajnana as the karana, what happens? Then for them the creation will be real. If creation is real, that real creation will never go. And bandha vimukti is moksha. How, if the bandha with this real prapancha, real sharira does not go, cannot go because the sharira is real, how will the moksha be possible? So he says, Sankhyaadi mate mula ajnana, if you do not accept, anangikarana, since they do not accept, bandha moksha vyavastha eva anupapanna. You cannot have bandha, you cannot have moksha. Because bandha is possible only, see, if the sharira is real, bandha and moksha both, that vyavastha will not be possible, as in bandha is due to karma, you get this body and that body is real. It will not go. What is real will not go ever. Sataha abhavana vidyate, says Gitacharya. So Bhagavan Krishna says, Sataha abhavana vidyate. If something which is real, really real, as in it has satta. And what is the definition of real satta? That which exists in all three periods of time. Trikala abaditam. Trikala abaditam satyam. Then if it is satyam, how will it go? Your bondage is real, mukti is not possible. Therefore, in all these darshanas where ajnana, mula ajnana is not accepted, even in some places in new kinds of interpretations of Vedanta also may be possible, but in those, if you do not accept mula ajnana, then this bandha moksha vyavastha will be anupama, will be improper, will be untenable. Iti jneyam. This should be understood from this explanation. This shloka itself makes it clear. Ajnanikatve bandhasya ajnanasya jnanat nivruttau tanmulakasya bandhasya api nivrittehe. And why is it, if the Purva Pakshi is okay, you say that bandha, in our case it is not possible, how this vyavastha is possible in your case? We say that Ajnanikatve bandhasya, if this bandha is due to ajnana, so ajnanika meaning ajnana mula, yasya. For ajnanikatve, yasya, as in I am giving the Bahuri meaning for this taddita word. Ajnanika is ajnana sambandhi. And what is that sambandha? It is a resultant of ajnana. Therefore, ajnanikatva bandhasya, that bandha which has ajnana preceding it and is a cause for it, hetuhu, ajnanasya jnanat nivruttau, when there is nivritti of jnana, nivrittau satyam ajnanasya jnanat, because jnana, ajnana is jnana virodhi, jnana is ajnana virodhi, virodharte nanj. Thereby, if jnana becomes stronger and stronger, so strong that it is stronger than ajnana, then it will counter it and ajnana will get destroyed. So then nivrittau sati, destroyed as in it is not really existent to get really destroyed. Nivritti is there is a release from that because it was not really existent. It is imagined to be there because it is a bhava padartha. Of course, it is there as in vyavaharika satta is there, but it is not really existent in all three kalas because there is nivritti. It is possible, and virodhartena, thereby once the jnana is stronger, it will remove. But this is an explanation given to Atma being associated with Anatma has to be a Brahma, and that Brahma is possible only due to dosha. That dosha is ajnana, and that ajnana will go only by jnana, and with that the possibility of bandha is due to ajnana, and bandha is a Brahma. Therefore, both bandha is possible and moksha is possible through jnana. So in our case, this vyavastha is possible. Therefore, jnanat nivruttau tan moolakasya bandhasya api nivrutte. Bandha's moola is ajnana, ajnana goes by jnana, therefore, and ajnana karya is brahma, therefore bandha is possible due to brahma through ajnana, and moksha is possible due to this brahma nivrutti, bandha nivrutti through ajnana nivrutti. So this is our vyavastha, and it is possible. Anyatha bandhasya satyatvat jnanamatra nivartyattvasya durvachatvat. That which is real, as in, see, in karma kanda also, the division between karma kanda and jnana kanda is thus. In karma kanda, if someone tells you that this is what has to be done for this effect, so this particular karma will give you this particular result. Swarga is praptra through agnihotradi karma. If you do sandhya vandana, some result will come. If you do something, some papa will come. And say upasana also. Upasana, they tell you that you do this, you will get this particular loka, this particular devata sharira ityadi. In jnana kanda, it is all this explanation is given of how this world is created, and then after adhyaropa, apavada is done as to that creator. Who is that creator really? Satchidananda. And then he himself became a jiva. Therefore you jiva are not different from Paramatma. This sharira belongs to the world that he created. You carved out a piece for yourself and associated yourself with it. You decided that you are this body mind. You limited yourself, and thereby you have become a limited entity, but you are not. So both have results. But to get the result in jnana kanda, you have to just understand what is being told, and thereby the superimpositions, wrong notions go away. Ajnana goes away by jnana provided in jnana kanda. In karma kanda, the jnana which is given, swarga is a place where you have to go, okay, or some papa will give this kind of naraka. Devata is sharira, is some sharira which you have to get. You have to travel to a particular destination. This particular place exists, and you have to go there in that loka, whether it be Vaikuntha, and including all the other three kinds of muktis which have been denied with Sadhyo Mukti. So those muktis which come and go, where you have to get a particular sharira or samipya or some loka, there that jnana is necessary. You have to know which upasana to do, you have to know which ingredients to buy, which ingredients, and who should be with you, where to sit. All these accessories and rules are there. All that is jnana, which will reveal what kind of accessories are needed and what steps to follow. That jnana is necessary, but it is not sufficient. I cannot say that I know this upasana, this is the mantra I have to chant, I know when to give the ahuti, what to offer, to which lord. and how should the setup be, where should the which kind of pandita sit, that where should my wife be sitting, all these are fine. That knowledge is required, but is it sufficient? It is not. It is not, because by sitting here I'll not attain that loka. And in Laukika example also, I know where Rishikesh is. I want to go to Rishikesh. I would like to take a bath in Ganga water. But sitting here and reading about it in books, or if someone teaches me, Shravana also, I do manana on this. Oh, Rishikesh is so beautiful. Someone tells me it is, this Ganga Aarti is very nice. Yes, but how is it benefiting me sitting here? I become happy by listening to it, but I don't get this Ganga bath sitting here. I have to do karma. Karma is involved there. Therefore, what does he say? Anyatha, otherwise, bandhasya satyatvat. If bandha is satya, like this loka which is there, satya as in, if it is there which has to be attained, as in bandha is attained, prapta, by really attained. It is not a brahma. It is not ajnana karya. So ajnana, anyatha means what? If you don't accept mula ajnana as karana for all this, then what will happen? Bandha is real. Just like everything else is real for us, bandha is also real. Bandhasya satyatvat, jnana matra nivartyatvasya durvachatvat. You cannot say that it will go by jnana. But Shruti says that it goes by jnana. If other darshanas say no, it will not go by jnana. Actually, Sankhya's are basically, or Sankhya is talking about jnana only. Sankhya also talks about jnana. But what happens is that nivartya means that which can go, and tva is tasya bhavaha. Nivartyatvasya durvachatvat. It will never go. It will never go. What is real? First he is saying that it will not go by jnana, but really can it go by karma also? You have to do something, all right, but can it really go by karma also? What is really real? So here if you take real as in vyavharika satta, it has vyavharika satta of bandha which is attained, and it does not, vyavharika satta bandha we also accept, but the difference there is vyavharika satta which has come about without actually karana as ajnana, not a brahma. Vyavharika satta, this, if it is real, as in it is not a brahma. We say it is brahma. Vyavharika satta will say brahma. They'll say that it is real, and vyavharika satta, their definition may be different. But it is definitely not ajnana karya for them. If such darshanas who say that it is not an ajnana karya, it will not go by jnana, and it will not go by karma also. For us, it will not go by karma, because there the definition will suddenly change to which cannot have badha in all three periods of time. It will remain, or let's say it goes, it will come back again. So it may, at the most you will get agantuka, like the other loka, like swarga, like naraka, like devata sharira, like other types of muktis. It will come and go. So if you say that it will be there, still with karma I can attain, like karma kanda. Purva Pakshi gives an example. Let's say karma kanda, there is, you can get the sharira is there, I get another sharira. Yes, you can, possible, but it will not be permanent. So permanent moksha, where we say moksha, bandha moksha vyavastha anupapanna, we mean moksha which is permanent moksha. Even Sankhyadi, they don't want impermanent moksha. Moksha is Ananda Swarupa. When does one want Ananda? All the time. Where? Everywhere. Wherever a person is, one wants Ananda. That is moksha for everyone. Even for a Purva Mimamsaka who says Swarga is moksha, because Swarga is Sukha Rupa. And when does he want it? He always wants it. Everyone wants it. Therefore, Anyatha bandhasya satyatvat jnana matra nivartyatvasya durvachatvat dosha bhave brahmasya utpattum ashakyatvacha. And another reason is what? Dosha bhave brahmasya utpattum ashakyatvacha. And brahma is not possible without dosha in the form of this ajnana. Bandhasya karyam aha janana marana klesha sampata heturiti. And bandhasya karya is what? This janana marana, all this. Jananancha maranancha janana marane tabhyam klesha dukkham tatra sampata sammagnatvam tasya hetuhu being immersed in this klesha, dukkha, and that dukkha is due to what? Janma and marana. So he is giving one possible explanation of a samasa. Another is what? Janana marane iti upalakshanam. So janana marana is upalakshana. It covers others also. Dukkha hetunam, of what? Upalakshana for what? Janana, janma and marana both are dukkha. One does not, one rejoices birth, but the child which is being born, that newborn is crying. Parents and relatives are very happy. So I got a niece, I got a son, all this is there. But the child is crying because it has come through a painful process of birth, staying in a painful environment for 9 months. All this is difficult for a jiva. And marana is anyway, the process of death is anyway difficult. There are very few who will say that, okay, let death come, I am waiting for it. So janana marana iti upalakshana for what? Dukkha hetunam. All the dukkha hetus. Kshut pipasadinam sarvesham. And it includes hunger, thirst also, because hunger, thirst is a disease. Nobody wants to remain hungry. Nobody wants to remain thirsty. Yadva jananam cha maranam cha. Other explanation, yadva jananam cha maranam cha kleshascha janana marana klesha, and janana marana and all the dukkhas are put together in one samasa. Tesham sampataha. Sampata there is what? Sarva dharmatvena jnanam. Swadharmatvena jnanam, not sarva. Swadharmatvena jnanam. So I also have Brahma in Swa versus Sarva. So Swadharmatvena jnanam. Thinking at dharma there is attributes, as one's own attributes. Tesham sampata is Swadharmatvena jnanam. Thinking that these are my attributes. What attributes? Janma is an attribute. So dharma. Dharma is an attribute. Janma. I have this marana, and I have these dukkha's, kleshas. Tatra hetu ityartha, that is the samasa. Adhuna kleshapadena asmita raga dveshabhiniveshanam parigraha. And now he says what is klesha? Their klesha is what? Asmita raga dvesha abhiniveshanam parigraha. He brings in the yoga shastra sutra, yoga sutra, Patanjali yoga sutra, where klesha is mentioned. What kind of klesha? Pancha klesha. Klesha, pancha klesha. So klesha, kleshascha, and then klesha are pancha. So in yoga sutra. Asmita, what are these? Asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, all these are pancha klesha. Pancha kleshebhya, pancha klesha madhye adima kleshasya eva anatmani aham iti matihi bandha iti uktatvat anitya ashuchi dukkha anatmasu nitya shuchi sukha atmatva khyatihi avidya iti yoga sutrat. So in panchaklesha avidya is also included, which is the first one. So he says that is a bandha hetu, which has been said, that mati anatmani ahamiti matihi bandha has been said, which is avidya, and avidya is included in panchakleshas in yoga sutra as the first one. And then what does he say? See, adhuna klesha padena asmita raga, avidya asmita raga dvesha abhinivesha. That's how the sutra would be. And parigraha, that pancha klesha madhye adima kleshasya eva, adima kleshasya ajnanasya avidya, avidyayaha anatmani ahamiti matihi bandha iti uktatvat. In this shloka it has been said avidya. This avidya is what has been explained as what? No, not in the shloka, in the commentary he is saying what is this ajnana, what is this? So bandha is what? Anatmani atma bhava, atma matihi. Therefore avidya, from the five components mentioned in yoga sutra, 5 kleshas, they are said asmita raga dvesha abhiniveshanam parigraha klesha padena. With klesha there is what? Since avidya is talked about here, the other 4 are kleshas, which are what? Asmita raga dvesha and abhinivesha. So he says adima kleshaseva anatmani ahamiti matihi bandha iti uktatvat. Adima kleshasya, which is avidya, anitya ashuchi dukkha anatmasu. In anitya, in ashuchi, which is not shuddha, and dukkha anatma, unto those nityatvam. So nitya, shuchi, which is shuddha, sukha instead of dukkha, all contradictory, and atmatva. So how do you read these 2 words? In anitya, anitya nityatvam, Anitya nityatvam, in asuchau suchihi, and then further third word is dukkha. So dukkhe sukham and anatmani atmatvam. Atmatva khyatihi avidya. That is how it is yoga. So this is how the sutra is. Anitya suchi dukkha anatmasu nitya suchi sukha atmatva khyatihi avidya. That is avidya. It is yoga sutrat. Atra dehe stule abhimanat. And in this stula deha, if there is an abhimana, janana marana sampataha, that tatra dehe stula dehe, in the stula deha abhimana, janana marana sampata, the body is born and it dies. So therefore I would end up understanding erroneously that I have birth and death. Anandamayadau abhimanat ragadveshabhiniveshanam sampataha. And what else? Anandamaya, with Anandamaya kosha, if I consider that I am this Anandamaya abhimana, when tadatmya sambandha is there, then ragadvesha abhiniveshanam sampataha iti sakala vida dukkha hetutvam adima kleshasya karya vidyayaha bandha shabditayaha iti bodhyam. It should be known that bandha shabditaya, with the bandha shabda, what is said by bandha shabda, what is the meaning of that? Karya vidyaya bandha shabditayaha iti bodhyam. That karya vidya, which is what? This anandamayada abhimana, all these abhimanas, ragadvesha is possible. So all these are effects. Therefore what? Iti sakala vida dukkha hetutvam adima kleshasya karya vidyayaha bandha shabditayaha iti bodhyam. So there bandha is what? That karya vidya is bandha, and that is the meaning. Sakala vida dukkha hetutvam adima kleshasya. That adima klesha is karya vidya in Yoga Sutra. Therefore he converts that as, since avidya has already been covered, what is this pancha klesha? If you take that meaning, that then the first word avidya, what meaning will it have? It will have the meaning of karya vidya, not mula vidya. So with that, and what is that? He has explained that dukkha hetutvam, sakala vida dukkha hetutvam, because it will create, this avidya will create this adhyasa. That is the meaning there with the karya vidya. What that mula avidya will do, it will make a person have tadatmya sambandha. Thereby that ahamiti matihi, and then tadatmya sambandha can be divided into various these with stula deha and then anandamaya adau, etc. with all the other shariras, other koshas as with atma bhava. Yena eva anatmani atmamati rupa bandhena eva ayam purusha idam sadvapuhu atma buddhya satyam iti aham ityabhimanena. So with that aham iti abhimana, one considers oneself as this anatma, as atma, and due to that tadatmya sambandha, idam, this vapu, which is actually jada, which is anatma, which is non-existent, which is mithya, there you give satyatvam by association, because you lend your satta to the jada vastu anatma. Vishayaihi bandakaihi api anukulaihi iva pratiyamanaihi rasadivhi pushyati. Through all these nutrients, one vishay bandakaihi, those vishayas will again bring more and more. They bandha, they will make the bandha. See, bandhaka is that which will bring more and more bandha. These are vishayas. So once you start indulging more and more with vishayas, they will make this bandha real, because not real, dridha, because you already give it satta, and the more satta you give, the more experiences you want to have, the more satta it will start getting, because you are lending more and more satta. They will get more and more firmness, they will create more and more vasanas, and thereby bandakaihi vishayaihi anukulaihi iva pratimanaihi rasadivi pushyati, which appear to be really very helpful, anukula, and through them what will happen? These nutrients rasadibihi pushyati vardhayati. So one keeps oneself fit and grows one's own muscles, or however one wants to. I want to look beautiful, however it is. Ukshati sinchati, one sprays, sinchati is bathes avati equal to rakshati, one protects. We have seen this. Tatra anurupah drishtanta tantubhi koshakrud iti, koshakrudvat iti. What is the example? Silkworm. Yatha koshakarah krimihi, that particular kind of a worm, silkworm, स्वदेहगत लालाव्ययेन तंतून कृत्वा तैहि रक्षितो भवामि इति भ्रांत्या तन्मध्ये लग्नः अन्यत्र गन्तुम अशक्तः वृथा म्रियते. So here it has not said that the silkworm is put into. In fact, it may be the case that the silkworm is already dead. Why? Because it suffocates in this own creation. It builds threads around itself, thinking that I will be protected and all, with that thinking, but it dies there. Tantun krutva taihi rakshito bhavami. Let me be protected iti bhrantya. It is a brahma. It is not really going to be protected. You cannot do anything to protect yourself if death is due. Tanmadhya lagnaha, and then it is just rejoicing in that suffocation. Anyatra gantum ashakta. It cannot go anywhere. It thinks that I let me protect myself, but what will it eat? What will it? It cannot go elsewhere. So you can look up the scientific fact as to how the silkworm survives when it, if you are interested. But the example here is that's a Brahma. So example we should take only that much, that there is a Bhranti that I will be protected. It's figurative. You see how it would be. If we build a castle, do not step out, and we don't have anything else. We will suffocate. Thereby, tanmadhya lagnaha anyatra gantum ashakta vrutha mriyate. Unfortunate, vrutha mriyate. There is no reason to die like that. So, evam jivaha api. There is no reason for us to be in samsara, but we are. So, vrutha mriyate jivaha. Evam jivaha api shariram atmatvena matva vishayhi poshayan tadvasha janma maranadi sakala vida dukkham anubhavati iti bhavaha. And in the exemplified, what is it exemplified? Even jiva need not experience all this dukkha. This dukkha is because holding on to vishaya, like this kosha, it will protect me. We try to nourish ourselves through those, but they are the reason for our bandha. If we give up this trying to nourish ourselves, thinking that I am this sharira, then the bandha will also slowly loosen itself and fall apart in time. And he gives a shloka to explain that. I'll just read it for completion, but the meaning has already been explained earlier. Now he is giving pramana for this. Kosha kriya, sorry, not kosha kriya. Kosha krimistantubhir atma deham aveshtya cha aveshtya cha guptimichan swayam nirvikantum ashakta eva san tatastadantar mriyate cha lagnah iti. Tatra avanam rakshanam sitasya paripalanam poshanam tu tad upachayakatvam iti bhedaha. And then he says avanam is rakshanam, and what is that? Stitasya paripalan. What is there to protect that? And poshanam tu, what is nourishing then? So one can say that one is eating to protect the body. No, their poshana, nourishment is the upachayakatvam. So vriddhi, one wants growth. So it is like this thing, apraptasya praptihi, yoga and kshema. So similar explanation is given here. What you have, protection. So apraptasya praptihi yogaha, praptasya rakshanam kshemaha. Similarly here, apraptasya. So what is there? Rakshanam, what is prapta is sthita. But growth is not attained. You want more growth. So that yoga is poshana, nourishment. So a long tika on this. 140 says, adhisthana is introduced by saying, adhisthana aropayoho अधिष्ठान आरोप्ययोः भेदग्रहे अध्यासा संभवात् अज्ञानस्य मूलकारणस्य अविवेकद्वारा बन्धहेतुत्वं सदृष्टान्तं विशदयन् अध्यासं बन्धशब्दार्थमाह अतस्मिन् इति. Now he says that bandha, adhyasa, bandha shabdam, shabdartha. What is the shabdartha? He has given actually by quoting Yoga Sutra. The Tikakara has looked ahead and given the meaning. But he says in the shloka also he says that adhyasa is another meaning, bandha shabda, of bandha shabda. Adhisthana aropyayoh, what is existent, the basis, and is superimposed, that which is superimposed on. So atma and anatma. Bhedagrahe, once you know that this is atma, what this is anatma, then adhyasa is not possible, should not be possible. So the shishya may think that if you are saying atma and anatma are separate, and if I see through viveka, then this, if they are separate and one knows as separate, how can there be adhyasa? How can there be superimposition? Ajnanasya moola karanasya aviveka dvara bandhayitutvam. But there is no viveka, therefore, although you know that you cannot separate it out, therefore aviveka dvara bandhayitutvam. And what is that bandhayit? Sadrushtantam vishadayan. Through an example explaining that, he says what adhyasa is bandha shabdartha here. अतस्मिन् तद्बुद्धिः प्रभवति मूढस्य तमसा विवेकाभावाद्वै स्फुरति भुजगे रज्जुदिषणा ततो अनर्थव्रातो निपतति समादातुरधिकः ततो यो सद्ग्रहाः स हि भवति वन्दः शृणु सखे. So, हे सखे शृणु. So the guru is treating the shishya as a friend. I'll take a few more minutes. It's a short tika. I'll explain that. And shruну sake, please listen to this. He says, as a friend, as a well-wisher, I am telling you, please listen. Atasmin tad buddhihi. Atasmin is that which is not that. In something, tat is a pronoun. So in non-that, the buddhi, understanding of that. And what is that? Anything you can take. He'll take an example. In sarpa, rajju buddhi. Other way around. Not rajju sarpa, sarpa rajju. So he takes a sarpa rajju example, not rajju sarpa, mind you. Very nice example. Reverse the example. So we generally say that seeing the rope as snake, but here the other way around, seeing the snake as rope, and thereby using that snake for the purposes of a rope. You pick it up. What is going to happen if you pick a sarpa thinking that it is a rope? It is going to, it's vishakari. It is going to be very, very painful death for a person, a risk of that potentially. So atasmin tadbuddhi prabhavati vimudasya tamasa. Due to this tamas shakti which was talked about earlier, for a vimudasya, one who has moha, one who is mudha, so moha dhatu again, one who is under the influence of delusion, what happens? Prabhavati. This atasmin tadbuddhi pravati, one starts seeing things now. There is a dim light, and due to that covering of Atma Tattva, in the exemplified Atma is covered and Anatma is thought to be Atma. And in the example what is said is that this Sarpa, which is not seen in, there is no bright light, there is this twilight zone, and due to that, that Sarpa is not seen, but Rajju is seen instead due to that. So the, Rajju Buddhi Prabhavati there. There is it comes about to be. Viveka Bhavadvai Spurati, what? Bhujage Rajju Dishana. Rajju Dishana, Rajju Dhi, that Buddhi, Spurati, it flourishes. It comes about to be, it starts giving that Buddhi. What is due to that Rajju Dhi, seeing that Rajju Dishana, Bhujage Rajju Dishana, Spurati, Rajju Buddhi Spurati. The vritti that this is a rope, not a snake, that comes about to be because tamas has done the avarana, and thereby some effect of tamas is there, that is adhyasa. And what is the reason for that? Viveka bhava. There is no discrimination. Oh, it is moving, there is a slight movement, I cannot see. If I focus and see, I can make viveka that Rajju cannot have a movement, it is jada, but here this is an ajada, insentient. Sentient snake is appearing as insentient rope to me. This is wrong. If I use buddhi, I may see some the shining eye there or something, some indicator if I do viveka. So viveka bhavadvai, indeed due to that, this in bhujaga, this Rajju Dishana is born. Tataha, what happens after that? Anarthavrataha. Anarthavrataha nipatati samadhatu. Adhikaha anarthavrataha nipatati. Then what befalls upon that person? Samadhatu is that samyak adatuhu. Adatu is one who does not, one who accepts, not does not. Adatu. Dhatu is one who gives. Datra, Trijanta. And adatu is one who takes, one who accepts this rope. And how? Samyak, very well. He just picks it up and just ties it around his hand to take the rope for his purposes. Samadhatu adhikaha anarthavrataha nipatati. That kind of a situation befalls upon him. What kind of situation? Anarthavrata. Lot of adversities will befall upon him after that. Tataha, and thereafter what? Tataha yaha asadgraha. Therefore, not thereafter. Tataha is here tasmat. Therefore, tataha karanat yaha asadgraha. That asadgraha as sat, understanding, misunderstanding, sahi bhavati bandhash, that itself is bandha. This is explained in the shloka. Tamasa ajnanena vimudas ajnanena. Tamasa is due to ajnana. Vimudasya is viveka rahita chittasya. One who does not have chitta, which has the one who has a chitta which is bereft of viveka, means non-discriminative intellect. The person with that kind of an intellect, purushasya atasmin anatmani, in the anatma. What is anatma? Dehadi. In dehado tadbuddhi prabhavati. What is tadbuddhi? Atma buddhi. Atasmin tadbuddhi is equal to anatmani atma buddhi. Prabhavati is equal to jayate. That kind of thinking is born. Tad yatha, how is that? Viveka bhava spurati bhasamane bhujage sarpe nayam rajjuriti bheda jnana abhavat. The non-discriminative thinking in the example is that this is not a rope, it is a snake. So bhujage sarpe, even if you don't know it is not a sarpa, you should at least first know that it is not a rope. Due to viveka bhava spurati bhasamane bhujage. So actually spurati, there is spurati bhujage is he is taking it, spurati is bhasamane bhujage, which should be seen as sarpa. Vai eva, indeed, rajju dishana rajjuriti buddhi jayate. So I have explained this. Rajju buddhi jayate, that is born. Tataha rajju buddhyat anantaram. Once that rajju buddhi is born, what does he do? Upadeyatva dhiya samadhatuhu bhujangam swikartuhu. Samadhatu is what? One who accepts. What does he accept? Bhujangam. That sarpa is accepting, thinking that he is picking up, accepting, and he is picking up that sarpa, thinking that it is rope. What will happen for him? Adikaha anarthavrataha equal to marana paryanta bahuvida dukkha samudayah. Until he dies, after being bitten, there is pain and immense pain due to this visha also. Something will keep on going till he does not breathe his last. That is the issue here in the example. Nipatati prapta bhavati. Nipatati means prapta bhavati. He will attain this kind of a painful experience till death. Tataha tasmat karana, due to that reason, yaha asadgraha, this accepting, asadgraha is atasmin tadbuddhihi, anartha vartamanasya, anartha avartamanasya anyatha grahan sabandha bhavatihi nischayah. And therefore it is clear to us that there is anartha prapti once there is atasmin tadbuddhi. Sakhe shrunu spashtam, clearly listen to it, you focus and think about this, do manana on this. And then why this example is given the other way around. There he says tatra rajvam bhujaga dishana. So tatra rajvam bhujaga dishana adrishtantayitva. Instead of taking an example of rajvam bhujaga dishana, instead of taking the example of the sarpa buddhi on rajju, the way it is seen, he takes the other way around. Why? Bhujage rajju dishana anatmani adhyase drishtanti kritaha. Why the other way around has been done? Instead of snake on rope, rope on snake has been used. Why? Because in this particular example and in this samsara dukkha, this bandha, atyanta anartha karatva jyotanaya. Why? Tadartya chaturthi, to explain, so that this understanding is born. What kind of understanding? That atyanta anartha karatvam, this bandha in the form of this avidya is atyanta anarthakara. So you say, okay, so what? I ran away from a rope. It's okay, it is not harming me at least. No, that avidya is harming you by this example that you have not run away from a rope, but you have picked up a snake. So that is the beauty of the Bhagavad Padacharya here, that he shows adversity is that mrityu is satat maranam, like that snake biting you which you thought as rope. So we'll stop here. It took 5 minutes more. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharantam Gocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Om Tat Sat. Any questions? Yes, Amma.
Hari Om. Here in the Tika of Hari Om.
Yeah, yes, Tama, tell me.
Okay. Yeah, in the Tika of that 138, Kathopanishad says this manasa eva idam aptavyam.
Yeah.
But it says not even cannot achieve it, isn't it?
No,
You have
I
to
already
become
explained
that.
yesterday, right? I gave the example of elsewhere it is said that it is beyond this thing, speech and mind. And
Okay.
here it is said manasa eva aptavyam, it is to be attained. Attainment is figurative. See, attainment is figurative because becoming is figurative. Brahmatma became Jivatma figuratively. Similarly, attainment is figurative. How? Moksha. Is moksha real? Moksha cannot be real because bandha is said to be a Brahma. If bandha is Brahma, how can you have real moksha?
Solution. Okay.
Moksha is also Brahma. I don't know whether you have heard this example, but is that your question? That
No,
have I understood your question right?
No.
Is it?
There in that statement, what is that they are referring to? Manasa, manaha, whatever it is.
What is
Manasaiva idam aptavyam. Manasaiva idam aptavyam.
What else can it be? Manasa eva idam aptavyam. This means has to be attained through jnanam. Idam jnanam manasa eva aptavyam. Through mind. What is the problem there?
That is, my question is whether the bandha is in the mind only, therefore the moksha is in the mind. Is it that like that?
See, ajnana is karana sharira. Okay. Mind. Yeah. So mind, why it should be attained through the mind? What other tools do you have? See, if jnana has to take place, where can it take place? The karana sharira has been taken, but you need a tool. See, let's say tool. Let's say it's an instrument, and I don't have any other instrument. Karana sharira, only karana sharira is active in Shushupti. In Shushupti I cannot do anything. So can I do something in dream? Yes, possible. But do I remember the dream in Jagrada Avastha? I may or may not remember the dream. Will that dream continue as vivid and as real as it is during dream in Jagrada Avastha? It won't. Therefore, all attainment has to be in Jagrada Avastha. Now, if it is in Jagrada Avastha mind is flourishing, and in Karana Avastha I do not have a mind. In Swapna Avastha, where I do have mind, but Jagrada Avastha, I'll say I don't have control during dream, but in dream I have same control that I have in Jagrada Avastha for Jagrada Prapancha. In Swapna Prapancha, for Swapna Prapancha, I have as much control during the Swapna. But that does not go across Avasthas. Across Avasthas it will not remain. Therefore, what do I need to do? I need to get jnana in Jagrada Avastha. And in other avasthas it is not possible to attain and keep that hold on in Jagrada Avastha, which seems to be the most real to me. That is the avastha which is real to me. And that is ajnana karya. So manasa eva idam aptavyam means using that instrument which I have. There are no other instruments there which are there. Manasa eva idam aptavyam, it will go only by antakarana siddha manana. Shravana and Manana all are taking, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana all are taking place in the mind through the Indriyas. For the Jnana also the tools available are these. There is no karma which is possible to remove all bandha. Bandha will go, Jnana will come only in, where does Jnana take place? All Jnana takes place only in Antakarana. It is not before Antakarana, it is not after Antakarana. So this is the tool. It will create a vritti. What it really does, how that Atma connects to it, that avidya wherever it exists as Karana Sharira, it will hit that locus. Because when I say Anubhava, see, there is a Sukha vritti, there is a Dukkha vritti, there is a Raga vritti, there is a Krodha vritti, there is a Lobha vritti, all these, there is a Dana vritti, whatever is happening, where is it happening? It is happening in the mind. But I have Tadatmya Sambandha there. If I have Tadatmya Sambandha there, then that's why I feel that I am happy, I am angry. Anger is in the mind. Happiness is taking place in the mind. That experiential happiness. Or that raga, desire. See, I want this. You don't want this. There is a desire which has popped up in the manah, antakarana. That's where my tadatmya sambandha is. Therefore, there is an anubhuti, anubhava that I want something, I am angry, right? Now, this is avidya. This is avidya in its resultant effect of avidya. Now, when the opposite vritti comes in, that you are not sharira, you are not angry, you are not this, and finally what? I am not this anatma, any of this antakarana, sharira, ityadi, then I am Brahma. Then this vritti will also take place in the same locus that there was the raga vritti, or I am this anatma. All these vrittis where they are taking place, the shuddha vritti will also take place there, akhandakara vritti. Once that takes place, it will remove the source of both, because you have tadatmya sambandha there. Since the tadatmya sambandha is there with sukha, dukkha, ityadi, raga, dvesha, then this tadatmya sambandha with the vritti, akhandakara vritti, that aham brahmasmi, will also take place in the same antakarana. Once that vritti takes place, so manasa eva, in the same mind, this manasa is not only, it means it's broader, it is antakarana. Mana there is antakarana. Where buddhi will also act, and that buddhi will take away the samshaya ityadi, and then that asambhavana, all those doshas we saw, asambhavana, viparita bhavana ityadi, up till that day it will take away ajnana. So the tadatmya sambandha which gave you erroneous anubhava, that same tadatmya sambandha with the association going slowly, it will give the same anubhava, opposite anubhava, which is your actually Shuddha Swarupa, and ajnana will be countered over a period of time, and it will hit the same locus. Wherever that tadatmya sambandha is forming, which cannot be pointed out, this is it. Karana Sharira also is active there. So it will act on Karana Sharira, which is avidya, and that will go away.
Then there's another one small clarification required. What is this Karya Avidya and Mula Avidya? Mula Avidya is that one that is formed into Karana Sharira?
See, Mula
they say
Avidya
is
see, Mula Avidya is can be seen as that avidya which is anadi, not formed. It is anadi, it is always there. So Karana Sharira does not go after death. Sukshma Sharira also does not go actually. Sukshma Sharira does not go after death. Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira continue until moksha. And Sukshma Sharira disintegrates during Mahapralaya, but it is still in Bijavastha, it will come back. It will come back, and then it will find the person as in it, whoever has identified with it, it will find itself and attach, and then it will continue. Based on the prarabdha, then Sthula Sharira will be taken. So Karana Sharira and Sukshma Sharira are continuing. So the avidya, Mula Vidya, is that which makes this Karana Sharira and Sukshma Sharira continue. Continue as in the till moksha, till jnana. But what is this Karya Vidya? Karya Vidya has been said as the Tadatmya Sambandha with everything. There is association with everything, right? So he gave that technical difference, because Yoga Sutra has been quoted and there are a lot of kleshas mentioned there, and avidya is also covered. So he said that avidya which is mentioned in Yoga Sutra is Karya Avidya, which makes that Tadatmya Sambandha association, and he explained that.
Okay sir.
That's the difference. So he says that Karya Vidyaya Bandha Shabditaya iti bodhyam, and what is that? Sakala vida dukkha hetutvam adima kleshasya, and that adima klesha is Karya Vidya. It is not that which is opposing jnana. It is that effect. So adhyasa, you can consider that as adhyasa.
Okay sir.
Anything else?
Yeah.
I'll see you in the next part.
Okay sir. Thank you.